Greetings, viewers. This is CP666 signing on for a video of this freshly repaired, you may or may not have seen the repair video already, Digital8 Sony Handycam DCR-TRV140, which, as you can see, bears more than a slight resemblance to the TRV308, although it's blue as opposed to silver. I don't know if that really means anything or not, but it's pretty much the same camcorder otherwise. Same general feature set, although this one has super night shot, or color slow shutter. And it's in decent condition. I mean, it could be in better shape, but it's certainly not too bad. Halogen spotlight. And it's got all of the usual features. There's not really a whole lot that I can think of to say about the camcorder itself. Go ahead and open up the view screen. Smaller than the one that you get on this camera, but that's alright. 560 times digital zoom, but nobody's going to use that because it's crap. Go ahead and have a look. 20 times optical zoom. Alright. So, I think it would probably be very prudent to not waste time and shift over to this camcorder. So I'll be right back, thanks to the magic of videotape. Alright, assuming it's working, we are now recording on the Sony Handycam DCR-TRV140 Digital8 camcorder. You can probably hear the tape motor very well. It's rather loud. I'm not sure why the Digital8 cameras seem to have much louder tape motors than the Hi8 and Video8 ones do. If we go ahead here, we can actually do some trials here. Program AE Spotlight, Portrait, Sports, Beach and Ski, Sunset Moon, and Landscape. Change it back to Auto. Got some picture effects, negative art, sepia, black and white, solarized, slim, stretch, pastel, and mosaic. Turn that off. Some digital effects. Still. You can adjust, I guess, the opacity of it. Flash. You can decrease or increase the duration between flashes. Luminance, which you can use to do all kinds of cool things. Trail. Slow shutter. I don't really think it's doing a whole lot. And old movies disabled because I presume you have to use the 4:3 mode in order to do that. And I'm not recording in 4:3 right now. You get a couple of faders as well. I mean, you saw the regular one. There's mosaic. Monotone. Overlap. Wipe. And what Sony calls dot, but I'm going to call it dissolve. And that's pretty much it for that. So we'll go ahead and we'll take this thing to an area of lower light. We can try out the night shot and the color slow shutter. as well as the video light. Right here, the incredibly loud and noisy tape motor. So we'll try the light first. It's just a halogen spotlight. And we could turn on the color slow shutter. Seems to have messed up the focus. Alright, so we'll turn off the slow shutter and the light, turn on night shot. It's also got super night shot. Put it back to regular. You see, it's not Night Shot Plus, it just makes everything green. With a little hint of color, but there's not much color. You can combine that with the video light, if I can find the switch. No, maybe not, that's not the switch. Where is the video light? There we go. And the slow shutter. Or sorry, super night shot. Doesn't actually do a whole lot just because it's got the light to work with as well. Tell you what though, the video light really saps the battery since it's a halogen spotlight. I think my runtime on this battery gets cut in about half when I go to use it. Alright, I think that's pretty much going to do it for this video. So thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off. Hope to see you next time. Till then. But wait, there's more. Normally I was going to do this as a separate video, but it really isn't too interesting and not really worth having its own video. What I have over here is a Sony Handycam CCD-TR91. Sorry, no, it's an 81. Not sure where 91 came from, but TR81, manufactured in April of 1992. I've had this camera for a long time. I picked it up at the thrift store for about $10. And it's in really good shape. Works very well, except for one problem. The view screen now, so the viewfinder doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. The horizontal, I think it's the horizontal deflection, might be the vertical deflection. One of the two deflection circuits is not running, so you get a vertical line up and down. And I just turned it all the way off to prevent burning that into the viewfinder. But no, I actually managed to pick up another one. Part of the same lot that this camera came from. And it is in probably actually better condition than this one is. This one was manufactured in December of 1992. Now I do know it has bad capacitors, although I suspect this one probably does as well. It will not play back recordings. It loses the vertical hold when you try to play it back, but otherwise it works fine, including the viewfinder. So, let's go ahead and switch over to the camera and see what it happens to see. Okay, this is going to be a rather quick video, probably. While I'm recording on a Sony Handycam CCD-TR81. Not the TR81 I had before, no, this is another one. And this time I actually have a viewfinder. However, if it's actually recording at least, my focus is not really working. I think you can probably see. We're definitely having some focus problems. But it seems to be behaving better now than it was before. I'm sure you can hear the focus mechanism going nuts. At least in theory, this video will probably go completely wildly out of focus. But again, I don't know how long of a video I'm really going to make of this. I just wanted to share with you the video footage from this if it actually happens to work. Because this one, unlike the one that I already had before, has a working view screen, working viewfinder. So that alone is actually pretty useful. I find, and the same was true of the Fujix camera, if I use the zoom, the focus just completely loses the plot. So I'm going to try and not use the zoom. Although, if you really care, you get 8 times optical zoom with this. I don't think you get, no, you don't get any digital zoom. Not on a camera like this anyway. I could feel the focus mechanism operating, which really is not a good sign. But it looks like the camera might actually stand a chance of working, provided what it records to tape isn't just total junk. I know the camera has bad capacitors. When I go to play back any video that's on the tape, I get a rolling picture, which is indicative of the vertical hold being lost, which means that, well, bad caps. That's one of the telltale signs. Early stage manifestation of bad capacitors. But the camera still works, so I guess there's one thing. Now, it seems to be better behaved now, so I don't know what that was all about earlier. But there is the date and time overlay. I might actually try that Fujix camera again. Just because maybe it just needed to be used, I don't know. Now it seems to be working. At the very least, it's no worse than the other one is. This Duracell battery is really, really just amazing. A low light test. Let's see if it screws up when I use the zoom. It seems to be working, so maybe it just needed to be used a little bit because it sat around for a while and the grease on the gears just needed to be worked a little bit, or maybe it was just cold. Like I said, if that's the case, I'm going to try the Fuji camera again. Maybe we'll even do that in this video. Actually, you know what? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go ahead and try it. Well, I don't want to wreck this tape, so maybe we'll just go ahead and try it anyway. Well, I did try the camera. but it still does not seem to be working, so oh well. I guess that one's just got a permanent issue, where this one just happened to recover from it, although I still think the focus is kind of weird. It seems to be working. And as a quick little postscript, this was a lot of 4, so you've seen 2 of them. Here are the other 2. This is a CCD-TRV43 with night shot. Unfortunately, this one is completely dead. Will not power on at all, even though I was told they all powered on. I suspect shipping damage because this little piece right here was completely loose. And I wouldn't be surprised if this has something to do with it. I mean, I don't think it should be able to do that. So, I might have to take that one apart and see if I can figure that out. This one is probably even less able. This is this DCR-TRV9 MiniDV camera. It throws a C3211 error, which is a tape load error, and it will not eject. And when I forced it to eject, because it's partially ejected, I forced the tray out, it started behaving rather strangely, to say the least. So I don't think that one is really going to be saved, but good for a video source nonetheless, and it has night shot too. So it'll probably find its way into the low-end radio studio in some way or another. Alright, that is actually it for the video, after all that.